things to do in all of college football is win. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kansas offense will go on the attack first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donna.
Nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Tried to give it enough bodying, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. The Kansas offense returns to the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Here comes the Heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw
for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Let's go, right. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. and this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. It's complete on the right side. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
Into the house. Touchdown, Oregon. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
14-0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against a wall. You're not going to get it. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Hunt is on its way. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Touchdown Ducks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
Make it happen. Right. Set.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Jayhawks are facing 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll try to sneak it. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Off the play fake on first down. Finds his tight end. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football for them.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Off play action on first down. Turns it loose deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you could tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes a hit as he fires. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. The toss to the outside. Finding an escape route. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
And the Ducks are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
Oregon, 28, Kansas, 0.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. He's going to throw deep right side. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here we go. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Quickly completed. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Jayhawks in a good spot here with second and short. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and that's so frustrating, man. You got short yardage situation. All I want my quarterback to do is handle the football and fall forward and get me a first down, but you better get that snap exchange from your center and hold on to that football.
Okay, the Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Come on, set.
Looking for room. It's Hill. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back. In this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They have been bludgeoned right out of the gate in this one now to try to find their footing and get back in this game. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do. And the Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. The Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense.
Let's go.
On the option. The pitch. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for the score. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Looking for the goal line. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Keeps it. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running to Green.
The return brings it out to the 49. And the Oregon offense will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Bringing it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Final play of the quarter coming. Snags it quickly on the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, running back on the move. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Arkansas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
He'll keep it himself. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And his first pass is incomplete.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Punt is in the air. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. Oh, sweet feet. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Power football with the run. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Ducks have this offense rolling. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. He's going to run it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Takes the handoff. It's Green. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be knocked down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until...
Going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Firing to the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send the field goal team back out 30 yards away. Absolute shank. Missed it. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He'll set up to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Fires one high and deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Got room on the return. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Here he comes with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. High the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Jackson gonna throw it. There's the pressure. Bringing the heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Keeps it himself and gets to first. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Hand off from the gun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Jayhawks send out the punt unit.
I know we talk about quarterbacks and running backs and receivers when we're talking about the Heisman Trophy, but how can you not have this guy in New York City? That's now his 20th sack of the year. He has been simply unstoppable.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. And it's caught inside the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for the...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Ready to try the point after. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Arkansas. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch right at the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he He's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw
lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution.